welcome to this presentation about spike-based symbolic computations on symbol sequences. My name is Ceca Kralnkovic, and this work was mentored by professors Wolfgang Maass and Legenstein. We are a research lab from the Institute of Theoretical Computer Science, Graz University of Technology. That is, we are based in Graz, Austria. My work is about modeling. We use models of spiking neurons for solving higher cognitive tasks. Such tasks typically deal with symbols and rules on how to process these symbols. That is usually easy for humans, but a challenge for our models. Usually, tasks that require manipulation of symbols based on rules are solved by models that are rule-based. We humans can solve cognitive tasks without difficulties, and we solve them using the machinery of our brain, that is, we use neurons. Hence, we wanted that our models of spiking neurons learn to perform symbolic tasks. The architecture of the network that we employ is as it is shown in this figure. We use a recurrently connected network of spiking neurons. Recurrent networks are used when the inputs are processed sequentially, that is, when tasks have a temporal dimension. In our experiments, both the rule and symbols are given as an input and encoded into spiking activity that is projected to the pool of recurrently connected spiking neurons. Recurrent neurons project to neurons in the output layer, and these are simply readout neurons. The neuron model that we use is the live neuron model and an augmented version of it, live neuron with spike frequency adaptation. Spike frequency adaptation in our models is implemented as an increased firing threshold every time a neuron outputs a spike. In this way, the memory of the neuron is protected for longer periods, and this helps solve temporal computing tasks. We see here that for the same input spike trains of two presynaptic neurons, this neuron outputs two spikes, whereas live neuron with SFA outputs only one. Here the threshold was increased, and the second time the neuron didn't spike because of this increased threshold. How do we train our models of recurrent spiking neural networks? We train them using a biologically plausible learning rule called eProp. This learning rule uses eligibility traces of each synapse and a global learning signal to update the synaptic weights of the network. Our model can solve the 1-2-AX task. Similar task exists for humans, and it is used to examine content processing and goal maintenance. This is a spike raster for one trial. We trained our models to solve mathematical tasks. One task was comparison of two binary encoded numbers. The trained network was able to answer questions of the form: is x1 equal to, less than, or greater than x2? Here we can see the spike raster for one trial. First binary encoded number, then the second binary encoded number, and the relational operator, in this case less than. Is x1 less than x2? In this case the answer is no, and that is the correct answer that the network also produced. Another task was evaluation of nested arithmetic expressions. Both symbolic arithmetic expression and concrete numeric values were given to the network and encoded into spiking activity. That is, the network learned to calculate. To summarize, our models are able to perform spike-based symbolic computation, and they are trained. That is, they learn. Thanks for listening. Bye.